All right. It looks like we are live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully you are all doing splendidly. Let me close out things. No, I want that open. All right. So it looks like we have a couple people who have joined already. Thank you for doing that. We are going to be running writing sprints this morning. Let me just make sure everything is all set up. Awkward. I don't know why that constantly is changing, but there we go. So we are going to be running our writing sprints in 9 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a good day to get some writing in. Let me know if my sound is not working. Let me know if there are any issues with the stream. But if there aren't, then in 9 minutes, we're going to be getting at it. How's everybody feeling today? Hopefully you're feeling well. I got a little bit of work done this morning, which was nice. I did some editing. Got a few... I got a few chapters sort of sorted, and I'm feeling pretty good about where I am. Max, welcome. Glad to have you. Hopefully we have a good group this morning to run our writing sprints. Again, in 8 minutes, we're going to be starting. You can't hear me. Oh no. Can everybody not hear me? Is this a total and complete? No, it looks like OBS is using my microphone, which is important. Let's see. Oh, you can hear me. Fantastic. You can't do that because I don't know. I can't tell. On my end, I have no idea. That's okay, though. All right, so in about 7 minutes, we're going to be getting ready to do our sprint. The question is, does everybody know what they're going to do already? That's the question. Does everybody know what they're going to be doing during their sprint? Once again, a writing sprint is where we just set a timer and we focus that whole time. I have been doing pretty well in terms of maintaining my pace with these, and I'm really happy with how they're turning out. Oh no, stomach bugs are no fun. And so, yeah, I don't blame you. So the question is, what do you do when you have a stomach bug and you're not writing? World and character building. Love it. Love it. Played a bit of Baldur's Gate 3. Oh man, do I love that game. That is a dangerous game. That is a great way for me to not get my writing done because that game is fantastic. I don't know why I have my headphones on. It's not like I'm listening to anything anyways. I do need some slimmer profile headphones. I feel like when I put those on, it's like so huge. It is a great day to write. And I'm excited for what I'm writing. So I have about 10 chapters to go before I feel like I'm going to be done with this book. Maybe a few less than that. This has been an interesting book for me. It's been really interesting because it got a little bit stretched out in terms of how long it's taken me to write, and not because I don't like the story or I don't like where it's going, but more because it's just different from what I've written in the past. And I'm doing a lot more, I'm trying to be a lot sort of more strategic with character motivation than I have in the past because it's about a goblin. And goblins have certain behavior. And when you start to talk about how a character changes from one set of behavior to a different set of behavior, I think that that if you're not careful, it can be a bit ham-fisted, right? And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to just force it. And so I've been really trying to tune that piece of my writing. And it's been a fantastic exercise. And I'm really happy with where the story is and sort of how it's going. My goal is to make it a bit unexpected. Yeah, you did hear Goblin. I'm writing a story about a goblin right now. I'm very excited about it. It's actually turned out pretty fantastic. So hopefully it'll be out next year at some point. It is a story that I am co-writing, and so it will have more than just my touches, and I'm really excited for what's going to be added to it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It is a little bit of a challenge because one of the commonly held beliefs is that that a non-human main character is sort of less popular. Most people don't like them, but I don't know that that's necessarily true. I think that a properly written non-human character is actually fantastic. It is the story about the goblin and gelato. Is it cozy? Probably not. I'm not sure. It might end up being cozy. But you're asking about the art of character. I feel like I just saw that on my shelf. The art of character. I'm not serializing the Goblin and Gelato story on Royal Road, I don't think. Yeah, there is slaughter. It's probably not cozy. But I did get this book. I haven't read it yet. Thank you again, though, for the recommendation. And it is on my list to read. All right, folks, we have 1 minute, less than 1 minute until we start our sprint, so get yourself ready. Royal Road is a writing website where you can read all sorts of great stories. You should definitely check it out. Well, maybe not. Maybe you shouldn't check it out. I don't know. All right, less than a minute, folks, and we're going to be jumping right into the sprint. Remember, we are here to get some words in, or to edit, or to do whatever you're doing. But let's get ourselves ready. We'll kick it off with a little bit of music. Once again, we set a 31-minute sprint just so I have enough time to get over to the other computer. But we are getting, we are getting ready to go. I should open our music. And I should set our visualization properly. All right, it's go time. Thank you. I did not have my mic on. Well, we are back, folks. We have completed our first sprint of the day of the 3 that we're going to be doing today. Today, we will be, again, sprinting until 12. Let's see those word counts. All right. And pretty happy with that, how that one turned out. That sprint went well. It started off a little bit rough as I was trying to get into the rhythm of it, but now we are into it, and I'm really excited for how it's going. One of the things that I do find is that I'll love to see these word counts coming in. We got some plotting happening. Love it. You know, research rabbit holes happen, and sometimes you need to pause and work things out before you can keep going forward. But hopefully, oh man, I ran out of coffee. That's sad. I'll just drink water. Nice, Mike. Joining for the next sprint. Fantastic. We love that. All right, folks. This is pretty good. Make sure that you are stretching, that you are getting up, that you are getting your blood working. It's important. Tea and coffee, important. I am so not flexible. But it's very important to stretch, to make sure that you are staying all limbered up. Plus, it's fantastic to get your blood flowing because it helps your brain too. So, but glad that all of you joined me for that sprint. We have 6 minutes until our next sprint. We're going to get it rolling, and this is going to be fantastic. Today is a great day for writing. So I'm going to continue writing after we are done with the with this stream. I'm going to be writing all afternoon. Pretty excited about that. I'm hoping to get this book almost done, probably not completely done, and then I'll try to finish it tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, I realized that I have a trip in the morning that I have to take, and so I won't be running sprints, or I won't be running a stream tomorrow morning. And I probably won't do it at all, because by afternoon I have a bunch of stuff for the holidays, and we'll be starting into that. Next week, I'm going to be running streams again. I will probably be streaming on Tuesday and Thursday, and I'm trying to decide how many times a week I should be doing this, because I do love it, and it's good, but it's a little bit too disruptive to my day to do it every day of the week. I wasn't sure, which is why I started doing it this week with all of them. I tried to do every day this week, and I won't get Friday. Again, I have somewhere I have to go, and it's going to take me all morning. My chapter lengths are 2,500 words. 2,500 words. And Bodegazilla says that I should stream for 7 days. maybe 8 days. Probably not. That seems like too much. 6 days, theoretically possible. The other question is timing. Does this timing of like 10 to 12 Eastern Standard Time work for people? Would it be better at a different time? I could start as early as like 5 o'clock EST, 5 a.m. Because that's when I'm up and that's when I'm writing, and it might be fun. And the question is, do I keep it in this time frame, or do I push it to later? Or do I push it earlier? I'm open to thoughts. Let me know what you think. I do love that for people in Europe, it fits really well at the end of the workday. I think that's fantastic. And I think it's a pretty good time for people on the East Coast. For people West Coast, it's morning, which isn't as great for most people. But this is the 10 to 12 seems pretty good. The second question is should I push it further? Because I could start earlier and I could go a little bit later. I'd probably have to make sure that I was getting food in there at some point. But oh yeah, okay, 9 to 1 or 9 to 12. And that would be an increase in the number of sprints we're doing. We would end up 9 to 1, we would end up adding 2 to 3 sprints, which could be great. 3 sprints typically gets me about 2 chapters, which is nice. So going up to 6 sprints would be nice as well, because it would be 4 chapters. And that's pretty much what I'm aiming for during the day. And if we did that, I'm going to have to think about that. If we did that, that might actually work for me. Yeah. So let me think about that. The other question is, does the 30 minutes work, or do we want to do longer than that? But we have less than a minute. We have less than a minute until we start our next sprint. So everybody, get yourselves ready. Let's get ourselves set up. We are going to be getting into this, kicking our music off. I hope you are all ready. It is time to sprint. All right, folks. We are done with our second sprint. Check that out. All right. I'm going to be going and looking for, or looking to see what my word count is. Be right back. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. We got a hot one. All right. So let's get those word counts in the chat. Remember, this is not a competition. This is simply a way for us to keep track of what we're doing. 776 words is great for a chapter if you want a really, really, really short chapter. All right, let's see what we did. 1659 minus 1659. Ooh, I like it. So once again, the way I am doing my word counts is the total number of words and then how many new words. That was a 1701. Whew, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Hey, we got 42 words, better than 0, right? We are BTZ all day long. That's what we should be. BTZ gang. Is that what we are? BTZ gang. We do need a, if we're going to keep doing this, we need like a name for the community or for the streams. And something that involves better than 0 is probably what we're going to go with. But the question is, did you get the Bodegazilla? Did you get the spells worked out that you were hoping to for that character? That's the question. All right, so we got some word counts. We love it. We love it. We love it. Yeah. Oh no, my on-air sign is off. I got to turn that on. I'm going to do that. Yeah, for my next stream, I'm going to be setting it up with a lower latency, so we don't have this sort of lag time between the stream and when it goes out. BTZ definitely does sound like a K-pop boy band, and I'm okay with that. I am happy to be a K-pop boy band. Once again, make sure you're stretching, people. Make sure you are stretching. Keep yourself loose and limber. But thank you all for joining me in these sprints. We have one more sprint coming up. 5 minutes until we get into that sprint. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to be closing out a little bit of what I'm doing in this current chapter. It's exciting and I'm enjoying it, and it's also challenging because I'm having to sort of problem solve on the fly, which I love. That's one of the things that I love the most about being a pantser, is just having to come up with creative solutions on the fly. And my brain works well that way. And so it's just cool to do. And I come up with things and, I think are clever, and that's fantastic. For dictation, I am recording in Audacity, and then I'm running it through a transcription service. It's not a software. I use a specific tech stack to do it, and so it's sort of a custom built thing that hopefully I'll be figuring out a way to give other people access to it. At this point, there's no efficient way to do that, and so I don't. That's not entirely true. I do, but it's tricky. And so I'm working slowly on a solution that will allow other people to do what I'm doing dictation-wise very easily. Until then, I'm sort of not sharing what it is. But the keep it secret, keep it safe. But yeah, I record through Audacity, and then I run the audio files through a transcription process that kicks it out for me. And then I go through and I edit it on the back end. But mainly the reason I do transcription, or the reason I do dictation, is just because I've found that it keeps me, or it allows me to be productive in a way that typing doesn't. I will say that it took me a while to get into the dictation. It took me a while to get up to speed with it. And I definitely ran into issues with not liking the way I sound. And I had to sort of like figure that out. So, all right. So we have 2 minutes until our next sprint. We have one more sprint coming up, and then we are going to be done for the day. But and Max, that's very similar to what I'm doing. It's a zero temperature GBT like query. So what's nice is so a while for me was 16 hours. It took me 16 hours of actual dictation to get to the point where I had fixed the problem. And those 16 hours were rough. They were really rough. But with sort of that concentrated focus, I was able to do it. All right, folks, we're about to kick back into it. We have one more sprint to go. Let's get it done. Get ready to kick it. Get your water, get your things, get your music going. I don't know if anybody listens to the music I have on stream, but I put it here. I am very focused on improving. Just as a note, I am very particular in the way I practice things. But let's put that into practice. It is time to get started. Let's do this. All right, all right, all right. That is the third sprint all done. Let's go. So what do we got, folks? Go ahead and drop your word counts in the chat. I'm doing some quick calculations here to see what it is I got. And we did 3 solid sprints today. Loving it. Good job, everybody. Good job. So, I ended the day, or I ended these sprints. I'm going to be writing later, but ended these sprints with 5,040 words approximately. That's 3 sprints at above 1,600, which is sort of what I'm going for. But Max, that is awesome. 830 new words. Love that. 2,200 words is fantastic. Good to see people getting things done. And yeah. I love it. Well, so Max, what's really interesting is that my speed typing is about the same as yours. So what I've found is that dictation has allowed me to double my speed. And I'm a little bit out of it, right? Like it's not coming quite as fast as normal right now. But I'm working towards increasing that as well. And over time, I've found that I've been able to sort of creep up with dictation to get faster and faster and faster. My typing speed is right about where you are. I typically, in half an hour typing, will do 750 to 900 words during that period. But again, when I dictate, I can like double that. So, yeah, it's pretty good. All right. Well, thank you all so much for jumping into these sprints with me. If you haven't already, make sure you're dropping your word counts in the chat. If you participated in the sprint, or if you did something else, let us know what you did so we can cheer you on. I think it's lunchtime, so I'm going to be signing off here. Thank you for joining me. Again, we will not have any, we're not going to have any sprints or any stream tomorrow. I'm still getting my head around how to talk about all of this, but make sure that you're liking the video because apparently that helps. Also, if you subscribe and turn on notifications, you'll be notified when the next sprint goes live. I'm thinking it's going to be on Tuesday of next week, the 26th of December. I'm thinking that's when the next one's going to be, but I'll keep everybody posted. And yeah, have a great lunch, and I will see you. Thank you again, everybody, for